What's the biggest promise your parents broke? My parents promised when I was 12 that if I didn't get in trouble at school for an entire year, they'd buy me the gaming setup I'd been begging for, a $2,000 PC with RGB lighting, mechanical keyboard, the works. This was monumental because I was basically the class troublemaker. Detention was my second home. I'd put whoopee cushions on teachers' chairs, start food fights, and once released 3 hamsters during a math test. My parents were constantly getting calls from the principal, but I wanted that gaming setup more than I'd ever wanted anything. Streaming was my dream, and all the big streamers had setups like that, so I made the deal and completely transformed overnight. When kids tried recruiting me for pranks, I'd shake my head and walk away. When substitute teachers made themselves easy targets, I'd bite my tongue so hard it bled. My reputation as the funny kid started dying, but I didn't care. Dude, what happened to you? My best friend Jameer asked after I refused to help him put plastic wrap on toilet seats. Just focusing on important stuff, I'd say, picturing myself streaming to thousands of viewers. September passed. October, November, 0 detentions, 0 office visits. I even started volunteering to help teachers carry supplies and clean whiteboards. Kids called me a brown noser, but my parents seemed genuinely impressed. "We're really proud of you," my mom said during parent-teacher conferences. "Mrs. Freeman says you're like a different kid. Keep it up, kiddo," my dad added. That gaming setup's looking more real every day. I started researching streaming software and planning my channel. I'd watch YouTube tutorials about building audiences and memorize the specs of professional microphones. Christmas break came and went. January, February, March. I was a model student. When Joey Patterson got caught cheating and tried dragging me down with him, I stayed silent. When the fire alarm, mysteriously, went off during the state test, I didn't even smirk. April arrived. I was so close I could practically hear the mechanical keyboard clicking. 8 months of perfect behavior. Just 2 months left. Then came the incident that destroyed everything. It was a Tuesday in Mrs. Guzman's English class. She was droning on about symbolism in some boring novel when Cason Wells, who sat 3 rows behind me, crumpled up his worksheet and launched it like a paper airplane. The paper hit Mrs. Guzman square in the back of her head. She spun around, face red with fury, scanning the classroom like a hawk. Her eyes swept past Cason, past Ashley, past Zane, and landed directly on me. "Office, now!" My stomach dropped. "But Mrs. Guzman, I saw you throw it with my own eyes. Don't you dare lie to me. I swear I didn't throw anything. Arguing with me just makes it worse. Get out of my classroom." The whole class stared as I gathered my books with shaking hands. Cason Wells wouldn't even look at me. My 8 months of perfect behavior crumbling because of something I had absolutely nothing to do with. Principal Mendez gave me detention without even listening to my side. "I'm disappointed in you," he said. "Your parents told me about your deal. Such a shame." I sat in detention that afternoon feeling like my world was ending. When I got home, my parents were waiting in the kitchen with disappointed expressions. "We heard what happened," my mom said quietly. "I didn't throw it. I exploded. Cason Wells threw it. Ask anyone. Mrs. Guzman just blamed me because she doesn't like me." My dad shook his head. "The teacher says you did it. We have to trust the school system. But you know I've been perfect all year. Why would I throw something with 2 months left?" "A deal's a deal," my mom said. "You got detention. The gaming setup is off the table." I couldn't believe it. 8 months of sacrifice, of losing friends, of biting my tongue gone because of someone else's actions and a teacher's mistake. "This isn't fair," I screamed. "Life isn't fair," my dad replied. 2 weeks later, Cason Wells finally admitted to our friend group that he'd thrown the paper airplane. I begged him to tell my parents, but he refused. When I told my parents what Cason confessed, they just shrugged. "Too late now," my mom said. I never got that gaming setup. The whole experience taught me that sometimes you can do everything right and still lose.